Hey, it's Des back with another video. Title contenders, baby. Yo, that game was beautiful, man. What a performance. I love the performance, man. Because when you compare it to other Liverpool games that we played in the past, there's always been that fear factor. For me, anyways, I don't know about others, but there's always been that fear factor of like, especially because of the fact that they press. That I believe that they have to press, whereby it disturbs the way you can build up play. It disturbs the way you create chances. Doesn't give you enough time on the ball. But we turned that on them. The table was turned in this game. We turned it on them. We were the ones that was pressing them. We was the one that was making sure that their build up play wasn't good because they didn't have enough time on the ball. We were the one that were making sure that they didn't have enough time in the final third to create decent enough chances. And this is all because of our press. And also when they were pressing us, our build up play was so good that it didn't affect us. Instead, we were just able to counter attack them instead. So that performance was good, and that was the first thing for me. Because in other games, when I look at the way Liverpool press, I always think about that fear factor that's there. But in this game, this is the first time that I saw a Liverpool game, like an Arsenal Liverpool game, in a while, whereby I wasn't afraid of any like press or anything like that. That factor wasn't there, and that's when I realized that look, we're better than them. We played better than them. We're not just played better than them. We're actually better than them at this moment in time, and we can actually compete for the title after that performance. So let's get straight to some other points that I saw in the game. The first thing I want to mention is Tomiyasu. Oh, this guy is unbelievable. Came straight in, held down Salah, made sure that he was taken off the pitch because he couldn't perform. Whenever Salah tried to come inside, Tomiyasu was there. When Salah tried to go on the outside, Tomiyasu was there as well. The same, he locked him down throughout the whole game. The only time when Salah had a chance was when he went in between Tomiyasu and Martinelli and then got into the ball and took that shot. But otherwise, Tomiyasu locked him down the whole game and prevented him from doing anything throughout the game. So for him, great performance from Tommy in that game. Martinelli, what more can you say about Martinelli? What more can you say about the fact that he got Trent taken off at half time? Gomez came on, the same thing happened to him. Matip was playing centre back, the same thing happened to him as well. The whole game, he's dribbling. I'm going to do another video about Martinelli specifically, but on this one, let me just talk briefly about him. Just the dribbling that he has, the 1v1 threat, just constantly driving into the box, creating situations, creating 1v1 situation. Whenever, if it's two players, he beats them on, takes on players, disorganizes them, goes on the outside, goes on the inside, switches with the striker, keeps on making off the ball, runs in behind. Martinelli was a big threat the whole game, and for me, I think he was the man of the match for me. He was involved in all three goals. In the first goal, obviously he scored the first goal. Second goal, he beat his man, got the assist. The third goal came from a period in time where we were continuously dominating them and creating chances. And a lot of those situations where we were dominating them was happening on the left hand side, where Martinelli and Xhaka kept on switching and creating space for themselves, kept on switching, attacking the box, and then we kept on having cutbacks in there and kept on getting the ball into the box. And then that's what led to the penalty, which happened in the third goal. And a lot of that came down the side of Martinelli. He had a great performance today. Another thing is Partey. While I was watching the game, I said to myself, if Partey was available for the United game, I think we win that game. His presence on the pitch is unbelievable, both defensively and in build-up play. His presence is great. He's just a huge presence there. When we're building up play, he's always there, available to everyone. When he has the ball, he's always able to find someone in between lines, find the guy that's in front. And when we're defending, he's always there to sweep up everything. He's just always there, available. He's a great player. I can't believe it. He's an unbelievable player, an elite player that we have on our hands here in Partey. I just hope he can stay fit for the whole season, because if he remains fit this season, like I said, we're title contenders. We just need our key players to stay fit the whole season, and Partey is one of them. And then the counter-attacks. I spoke a lot about counter-attacks before the game started. I mentioned that when teams are sitting deep in their block, we're really good at breaking them down and creating chances there. But I said one thing we do need to do is when teams start to push up, and Liverpool will be a good test of this, when they start to push up, we need to be able to bypass them, counter-attack, and be efficient with that to be able to create chances and take them and get some goals in those areas. And Liverpool tested us in this area because they pushed up. But if you look at the first goal, we counter-attacked them and Martinelli scored the goal with Saka passing to Odegaard splitting the centre-back and the right-back, and then Martinelli scoring. And then in the second goal, which came from a corner, Gabriel Jesus held up play, link play, gave it to Martinelli. Martinelli took the ball, carried it across, dribbled, got the assist to Saka. So you saw that in that game we shot the counter attacks, and for me, I feel like if we can continue to play like this on the counter attack against the big teams that are going to push up against us and be efficient like this, then there's no way we can't dominate, because the smaller teams that are going to come and sit deep, we're going to be able to break them down. So then when it comes to the big games, when those teams who push up, if we're able to be efficient like this, I feel like we can get some great results in the big games as well, which will help our title challenge. The next thing I want to mention, I say this over and over and over again, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Saka, their movement in behind, their movement off the ball, their dribbling, their 1v1 ability, the ability to take man on, run into the channels, continuously attack the back line. It just gives us more and more chances. It just keeps on giving us chances. It keeps us getting us into situations where we're creating so many chances per game. And Xhaka as well. Xhaka was fantastic in his performance, especially for the third goal. What Xhaka did, because before we scored got the penalty for the third goal, we got into a situation that was like a 5 to 10 minutes period where we just constantly bombarded Liverpool with creating chances after chances after chances, and we should have scored them. But a lot of those situations came with Xhaka overlapping on the left side, and then overlapping with Martinelli going inside, and Tomiyasu coming deep there, playing as sort of like a centre mid and crossing into the box as well, with Xhaka overlapping and making some cutbacks, while Martinelli was cutting inside with the dribbles and taking some shots on. That was it called. Those situations, they were really good, and those situations supported us and helped us in getting to that penalty, because in the end, when we eventually got to that penalty, it was Gabriel Jesus who held the ball in the box. And then Gabriel Jesus, his hold-up play, his hold-up play, his link play, his presence in the box, he was a warrior, this performance. I felt like he went to war in this game. He even got knocked unconscious in that period of time, wherever, and then went off, came back on again, continued to perform. Just the way he was holding up the ball, he hit for the leading to, I think it might have been the second goal, where he held the ball behind of Konate. Another situation leading to the second goal where he held the ball deep and then linked play to give it to Martinelli, who went on to get the assist for the second goal. And then in the box again, he's a constant presence in the box. Where in the box he looks like he's got so much time on the ball. He's so composed on the ball, holds the ball up, keeps it tight, and then eventually got fouled. Because when he's in the box, it's almost like he has all the time in the world, and because his feet are so quick. But he's such a fantastic player. Like I said in the previous video, I said he reminds me of like Alexis when he played up front, but with more movement in behind. That's what Jesus has been offering us. Just an all-round fantastic striker. Does so much outside the box, yet does so much inside the box. And when we don't have the ball, constantly pressing. And the last thing I will mention, I'll talk about Gabriel. Gabriel, for me, I say all the time, I love what he does on the ball. I love what he does. I love his actual skill set and what the positive things he does. He does so much positive things, but he's starting to make too many mistakes in his big games. Too many mistakes. He made a mistake against United, made a mistake against Tottenham, made a mistake against Liverpool, and all these mistakes keeps coming from him just being too rash and too eager to make a challenge when he just needs to be composed. Like in this game, for example, he didn't need to try and win that ball in the air. He could have let the ball just drop, and if the ball just dropped, he would have been in position, or he would have been ahead of Darwin Núñez. But because he tried to get the ball in the air, he ended up being a case where, because he couldn't get it, Darwin Núñez already had a head start on him, so he couldn't catch up with him and closed that line of pass that Luis Diaz was able to get the ball to Núñez. Because if he wasn't trying to get the ball, he would have been in front already, and he would have he would have cleared the ball across. But he keeps on doing these things. But even then, when you look at it again, the second goal, what did he do for the second goal? He made a run all the way from deep into the box, and then did a little fake, let the ball go underneath through his legs, and then Saka got the goal. So he helped get the goal. But he just needs to clean up some of these mistakes, because these mistakes are going to cost us. At the moment, we're scoring so many goals, but what if we're in games whereby we're only able to score one goal, or like the games are really tight and it costs us one goal? That could change the whole game. You know what I mean? And we're looking to go on to big and better things. We want to contend for the title. We want to get back into the Champions League and play against these big teams. We can't just keep on giving away free goals. So Gabriel needs to fix that up. But otherwise, I love what he does overall, but he needs to fix up some of his mistakes. Anyways, see you in the next video.